Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Solarak Dragon, here back with more Fate Grand Order, Realm of the Thanatos Impulse, Traum, where today we are doing Section 19. Make sure you like this video, show your support, and subscribe so you can see when I put more videos out. But without further ado, let us begin Section 19, Glorious Knights, Secret Escapades. This is a 5-arrow node, 5 AP to start. In this quest, you must fulfill certain conditions within a set number of turns, or you will be defeated. Would you like to start? Yes, indeed. And it looks like we have the carte blanche to do what we need to do. I have no idea what it is we need to do, though. Not a single idea. So you know what? Scotty with a bond CE. There we go. Are you bond 5 yet? No, you're bond 0. Don Quixote is bond 2. Okay, let's go with this squad. And we'll see how things go from here. Morning, all set. You know it. Awesome. I'm so sorry, Master. Your Chanax's maintenance is coming along well, but I'm afraid there are still some malfunctions that will probably prevent me from joining you in this battle. It's okay, Mash. Join us whenever you need to. Thank you, Master. I gotta say, though, it's gonna be rough for us without a shielder here. I know. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Hey, none of that elbowing in the ribs or stomping on my foot shit just for telling the truth. Alright. Alright, what are we all writing? Their revenge realm is home to Creamhild, Zhangzhui, and 12,000 servants. They've also got a mysterious archer who killed Constantinos from over 20 kilometers away. Saying the odds are against us would be way underselling it. You could even say we're pretty much guaranteed to lose. If we're fighting a conventional war, that is. But we're all heroes. Triumphing over impossible odds is what we do best. Didn't we just get our teeth kicked in a pretty similar battle? It's different now, though. We don't have a secret we need to protect anymore. All we need to do is keep moving forward regardless of what's in our way. Also, damn Astolfo, don't be such a downer. Once we're done here, you're going to give me 10 laps around the campus. Okie dokie. As for the archer, I came up with a plan. When? Well, my first thought was to lash roll into a spear and use him as a shield. What is wrong with you? So yeah, I thought better of that one. Instead, I'll go. My noble phantasm should be able to endure this archer's arrows, no matter how strong they may be. So I'll fight on the front line and use my sword primarily for defense. The only problem is, I won't be able to pay much attention to the nearby enemy soldiers. Don't worry about that. Sol, me and my paladins will handle them. Except for you, Astolfo. Huh? You're my secret anti-archer weapon. I want you to walk with us until the archer makes their move. Then take them down no matter what. As you wish, Your Imperial Majesty. I'll fight like my life depends on it. Don Quixote, I want you protecting Count Vlad, Pope Johanna, and Sancho from the middle guard. Yes, sir! Most of us just have to worry about charging ahead, but you're a knight, which makes you the best choice to protect the middle. Sir Quixote, as a fellow seasoned knight-errant, I'll be counting on you to keep those three safe. It will be my honor. Good, I'll be counting on you as well. Okay, Lord Sol, let me give you this now before things get hectic. Holy Grail. That's right. Since your survival matters more than any of us, I want you to have it. Okay, Zufu, I'm assigning you to the middle, too. Can I go home if I get tired? Go nuts! Not sure how easy it'll be for you to make it back in the heat of battle, though. What about me, Emperor Charlemagne? Can you bring up the rear? Of course. Bringing up the rear is a knight's greatest honor. Consider it done. No, sir, you can't trade places with him just because you're jealous. I know that. This marks the beginning of our second major battle. Even attempting tactics or coordinating troops movements will be an exercise in futility. Our only path to victory is to keep pushing forward as fast as we can. Once we leave this place, we will no longer have the luxury of turning back. If you don't think you can handle what is being asked of you, then either end yourself now or go over to the enemy side. Alright, my master, before we leave for the battlefield, there is a ritual we must complete. Please, give us the order. Everyone, move out. Our lookouts have reported that the combined Righteous Reinstatement Realm's combined army is on the move. All 1,005 of them. That's it. They're valiant soldiers. Valiant soldiers. Remember this well, Caster. Valiant soldiers are those who fight as though their lives depend on it. They never once hesitate or waver. They are the strongest kind of soldier in the world. Be that as it may, we're under no obligation to face them head-on. We can just take our time surrounding them. No, we're going to fight them with everything we've got. If we show any hesitation, they'll pounce on it in a heartbeat. The only match for their mad soldiers is our own mad soldiers. Prepare Tametomo. Have him snipe the elite servants that will surely be found among their front ranks. At once. I'll wait here. Remember, all of you, failure is not an option. If our enemies should make it to this throne room, I expect all of you who still live to pay with your lives. Yes, my queen! Kriemhild's heart starts to beat faster, elated at the thought of what's to come. She imagines every servant in the Revenge Realm slaughtering their weak enemies with all their might. The strategic part of her mind, however, understands that they will be in for a difficult fight. She knows the enemy's bonds are tight, and that they will charge forward with no fear of their own lives. Against foes like these, who refuse to even let their allies be caught in friendly fire, Zhang Jui's special Kimen Dunjaya will be useless. They will let nothing stop their advance on the castle. Even so, it won't stop me from saying this. Die. Die. I want every last one of you to drop dead. Death is what defined my life. A little dark there, Kriemhild. Just a little bit dark. We're about to make first contact with the enemy. Is everyone ready? I've got plenty of drugs all set to go. I am. Great, okay everyone. These plains are our very first battlefield. The enemy army will try to pressure our left and right flanks. Meanwhile, we're of course going to keep trying to break through their center. The servants on our right and left flank will probably try to chase us down. But just ignore them. All we need to do is get through this to be faster than them. I see, so it's a race, huh? That'll keep things nice and simple. Yep, if we let them drag on our head-on assault, that'll be it for us. Alright, let's do this. My name is Charles, you all know the rest. You could at least give us your full name, my liege. Now, this'll be fine. So what's our objective? 1 out of 1, 99 enemies. Defeat 10 enemies within 7 turns. Doable. Pretty sure that's doable. That's fine. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, we should be fine here. Okay, and then we do this. That caster means I need to do defense lower. And that's fine. You know what, we'll do that too. Get more crit strength here. Da-da-dun. Just in case it lives. Or not. I didn't even need all that extra. Five turns left. I think we've got this perfectly fine. And that's 7. Or not. I thought it was 7 within 10 turns. I'm confuzzled. I bet I could probably get away with Lambda if I need to do this again. Good gracious, how many more turns are you going to make me do this for? Get the invincibility on you. Bah. Sure. Take down the archer. And there goes my Zerker. I thought I was done! Or do I just need to last for the however many turns at this point? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Be a Q. What do you mean retry the quest? Bullshit. I did this. Okay, you want to play this game? I will play this game. It's time to loop-de-loop and pool. Ten enemies within 7 turns. Okay. I misread things. I got angry for no reason. Lambda, just mop them up, I guess. Doot. Doot. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. And this will be the last wave because Lambda be looping. There we go. No issues. Zhangzhui is Bond 1, and Don Quixote is Bond 3. And we are one more battle off from a level up. We're at the Gatefront Plains for the next one. Another arrow fulfills certain conditions, so yep, we're just doing Lambda again. We'll do the Lambda Shuffle. I think I got something. I think I messed up. I slept wrong with my neck. There's just one spot of it that's just... oof. We got them, and we haven't even lost any momentum. Move, move, move! This is as far as I go. Good luck, my friends. Same here. Lancer! Rider! Let's go. You know it. Keep running. Soul, here's a stim amp. Thanks. No need to thank me. You're basically taking out an advance on your own lifespan when you use these things. Even with your Mystic Code boost, it's no easy feat to keep pace with servants for this long. Alright, enough's enough. I'm doing this whether you like it or not. He just tucked me under his arm. You got a better idea? All the servants have already got their hands full. Now hold on, I'm running for it. Alert! Alert! The Avenger almost sent in demonic beasts! And the enemy has caught up to the rear. Lord Yarmoen is fending them off as we speak. I see. Well, as he said, bringing up the rear is the knight's greatest honor. Come on, we need to keep moving. I'm being underarm carried by Caddock. Cursed poisonous insects. And I think it was the same objective, 10 within 7. Do-do-do. Terror. That's unfortunate. I can cleanse the debuff from Lambda. She's the one that needs it cleansed. Who I called the right one the terror was gonna proc on. Go ahead and do this. And you know what? Let's do this. Get rid of those debuffs. Drain.
見ていけないぞ。お別れね。最後の恋を教えてあげる。哀れと惨めな水の鳥、私の影でさよならね。いいな、かぶるわ。ありがとうございます。皆さんのおかげです。
Bond for Don Quixote. That was a lot easier. One more battle. We're 483 experience off. No. Third arrow. Another conditions within a set number of turns. Castoria. Lord Yarman, the vanguard has broken through the demonic beast's blockade. I see. Then have the rear guard merge with the middle guard. Archers, keep firing your noble phantasms for as long as you can. I'll take things from here. What about you, sir? I'm going to stay behind, of course. Bringing up the rear is a knight's greatest honor. Now go on. You should get out of here before... No, sir, I'm staying too. Teamwork is the key to victory, after all. You do understand you won't survive, right? So what? Maybe nowhere close to Hassani Sabah's level, but we still do not fear death. Especially not when we have a chance to achieve the kind of glory in battle we never had when we were alive. All we ever wanted was love and peace. If our lives are that cost of that, then we'll gladly pay it. Very well then, assassin. Come then, let's go as far as our path can take us. Yes, sir. Though the road before them was hellish, they moved along it with the grace and lightness of those ascending to heaven. Sol and his team continued to move ever forward, leaving behind everything that might slow them down. Soon they would reach the main gate into the Revenge Realm. It was here that the archer who felled the Byzantine Emperor made his move. Activate the heavy bombardment puppet archer. Servant archer class. True name Shinzei Hachiro Tametomo. Target enemy vanguard. Aim for Charles the Great. The monster began to move. The magical energy being fed to him gave off a ghostly blue light as it swirled about him. The casters who had been called on to aid his noble phantasm with support spells trembled in fear at the living weapon's sheer power. The arrows he fired, each with the same destructive force as a sacred or demonic sword from the Age of God, were closer to ballistic missiles than normal projectiles. Even if they could not be fired freely, they were still sufficiently powerful to smash through Constantinos' nay impenetrable defenses. Ready to fire. Stand back. Goshin Yumi Harizuki. Moonlight Cannon. Fire! Here it comes. Heroes who fight on battlefields sometimes get an intuitive sense of what is to come. It may not reach the levels of a properly defined skill, but their wealth of combat experience helps to account for the difference. On top of that, Holmes had taken testimony from Johanna, Bradamante, and other reinstatement realm servants. He relayed that information to Siegfried, along with an educated guess as to where the next arrow would strike. Now Siegfried had successfully read that timing himself. He could sense the incredibly dense arrow bearing down on them, tearing the air apart as it moved faster than sound. He takes a deep breath. Get back. As he spoke, Siegfried took a terrifying step forward. Behind his back, Astolfo made his move. So far, everything was going as planned. All the others in the vanguard gave them a little space. This, too, was all a part of the plan. True Ether. Release. Ooh, True Ether. Siegfried's fantastical greatsword, a simultaneously sacred and cursed blade, began to unleash its true power. Pin him down, don't let him use his noble phantasm! Holding him in place would, of course, be an end to them. The oncoming arrow would obliterate everything around its point of impact, with no regard to friend or foe. But if it also succeeded in destroying the small enemy army, that would ensure their victory. Those who fell in this battle would achieve the glory they sought, the glory known only to those who lived lives complete with triumph. Everyone there saw victory there for the taking, and reached out to try and snatch it. Soul, by the power of my command seal, which is why it fell on him to stop them. He quickly set about summoning servants where Siegfried indicated. I'll settle this in no time. I thought we were gonna, use the command seal to boost Sumanai to charge his MP faster, but I guess this works too. 10 enemies within 6 turns this time. Again, easy, done with Lambda. Maybe I should start using, Melusine, but I'm not too confident in my ability to use her just yet. Besides, I lack Koyan's leveling up. Or leveled up Koyans, rather. Dun dun. Blue Summer Palladion. And then doop. Dop. Boop bop beep. Blue Summer Palladion. Well done, well done. I kind of wish we could get a 500% here. But that is sadly not possible. So sad. So we'll just settle for a 300. Okay, good. Good. Another NP, no issues. I think we've gotten our 10. Yep. Nicely done. And we leveled up. I skipped right through it. The evil dragon shall fall, and the world will reach its sunset. I will bring you down. Beam struggle! Ended in a nullification instead of an explosion. Very, very nice. Blue light exploded where the sword and arrow met. The air groaned under the immense pressure. Magical energy spilled out wildly in all directions. And when the dust settled, the dragon-slaying hero still stood tall. Whoa, not even a scratch. Let's go. We should still have some time before the next arrow. If there even is a next arrow. He isn't even wounded. This can't be right. It's just not possible. That same arrow even pierced Constantinos' defenses. It was little wonder that the casters had gone pale at this turn of events. They knew there were few heroes indeed who could survive that arrow, a kind of cannon shell that would obliterate most humans' frail bodies. They had no idea that this new warrior headed their way was both a legendary dragon slayer and one of the greatest heroes of all time. A man whose body became invulnerable after being bathed in dragon's blood. When it came to defending a forward march, there were none indeed who could hope to match him. His name was Siegfried, and the pallid light of his sword tore the red sky asunder. Arrow 4, another set of conditions needing done. Again, Castoria. This verse is the same as the first. We'll be fine, I think. We will be fine. He deflected it. The archer's aim was not the problem. Someone had interfered with his arrow's trajectory. The unknown foe's sword was surprisingly durable. It had to be a noble phantasm, no question. It must be either from the Age of Gods or part of an incredible legend. The real problem was what came next. Excuse me. It was not terribly surprising that this unknown hero managed to strike the arrow with his sword. What was surprising was how skillfully he dealt with the tremendous energy in the arrow. No, surprising was not the word for it. It was downright absurd. Most sword fighters attempting to defend against that arrow would have simply been annihilated by the incredible amount of magical energy packed into its shaft. This strange foe could endure even that. And in defiance of all belief, he did so without taking so much as a scratch. Obviously, it had to be some sort of noble phantasm. Perhaps it was one that made him extremely tough, or even invincible. There were many kinds of defensive noble phantasm in the world, and Tametomo certainly wasn't intimately familiar with all of them. Still, he could at least understand durability. What he could not understand was the foe's unreal skill with his sword. It was not unheard of for skilled sword fighters to deflect bullets with their blade, but no one could possibly deflect a missile. And there would be no point in even trying, as it would do nothing about the explosion. There was no swordsmanship in the world that could possibly do anything against an arrow with the power of a ballistic missile. Or so he had thought. Revising trajectory. Initiating recalculation. Huh? Hey, what's he doing? He's supposed to wait for orders before firing. Shut it down now! Damn it, activate emergency shutdown system. I can't, the system's refusing. It's just giving me an error. Are you kidding me? Then does this mean Shinzei Hachiro Tametomo is? Yes, he's capable of firing of his own volition. Cut him off. Cut off his magical energy now before he slaughters you all. Nobody stops me. Activating Noble Phantasm. Target enemy vanguard hero. Call sign Dragon. Although Tametomo hadn't put much thought into a name he gave his target, his selection was more apt than he realized. But Dragon Slayer was in some ways a dragon himself. He bore their impenetrable hide and their sharp fangs. So what to do? What to do? What to do? Firing. Volley shot. Tametomo's arrow split into 3 in his hands. The tower was intended only to provide enough magical energy to fire 1 arrow at a time. But now that restriction was gone. Firing. Noble Phantasm. In this singularity, Minamoto no Tametomo had no criteria for right or wrong. He didn't even have the kinds of principles he normally would. His only purpose was to stand there and fire his arrows. But that wasn't all it took to drive him mad. Gochin Yumiharizuki. Moonlight Cannon. Triple shot. A single one of Tametomo's arrows contained more than enough destructive force to defeat most any hero. And now 3 of them streaked across the pale red sky towards their target. Here comes another one. All of you, stay back. Coming in real fast. Astolfo! There, I can see where they came from. I'll head there right now. I don't know if I'll be able to come back, so I'm gonna say my goodbyes now. Master Chaldea, my liege, my fellow 12 paladins. Farewell! Go get him, Astolfo. And whatever you do, don't screw this one up. Man, I'm real nervous leaving this all up to you. Wish I could do more to help than just pray. Hang in there, Astolfo. Just focus on what you have to do. Don't think about anything stupid. Do you always say things like that to comrades heading off to die? Good luck, Astolfo. Thanks, Master. I'll do my best to bring you victory. Hippogriff? Siegfried. I'm all set. There, I just saw a light on the top floor of the tower, 15.8 kilometers away. That's where you'll find the target. Roger that. Now the only problem is, what to do about these next shots. Hang in there, Soul. We're all counting on you to keep Siegfried safe again. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. Starting things off nice and easy with an archer on the enemy team. Good, good, good. Okay, we should be fine. We'll go a little bit boost because I see that saber. Doot, doot, doot. Kind of figured this would happen. Sabers be strong against Lamb Lamb. But it's fine. Still got plenty of gas in the tank.
二度となで上出来お別れね最後に恋を教えてあげる哀れと惨めな水の鳥私の影でさよならね
Good.
さあれアクセス夏かったよ鐘の音が聞こえる
Good. Don Quixote is Bond 5. There are 3 this time. Siegfried instantly knew it would be impossible to perfectly defend against all 3 arrows, so he shifted his stance to be certain he would at least not take a fatal blow. At first glance, his stance appeared passive, far too passive to have any hope of success. But Siegfried was the exception to the rule. First arrow. Balmung collided with the first arrow, erasing it. Second arrow. He expertly swung his sword to alter the arrow's trajectory, never once being led astray by its intricately interwoven feints. This was the most Siegfried could do. Even his supreme skill was not enough to completely fend off a third arrow. This one he would simply have to endure. Although the third arrow struck slightly later than the first 2 thanks to its more complicated trajectory, there was still next to nothing Siegfried could do in response. He could neither deflect it nor evade it. Throwing down his sword and crossing his arms to lessen the impact was not an option either. The very most he could do was to turn his body slightly. Needless to say, it would not be enough to prevent the arrow from reaching his spirit core. At best, he could throw off the arrow's point of impact by a few centimeters, and given its sheer power, it would still be more than enough to kill him. Or at least, it would have been, were he anyone other than Siegfried. Minamoto no Tametomo's arrow flew true and struck its mark. The legendary arrow which, let us remember, single-handedly sunk an entire ship. But Siegfried... Target remains alive. Siegfried still stood, though he was no longer entirely unharmed. But he retained his grasp on his sword and his glare at his assailant remained unfazed. It was unbelievable, but unbelievable as it was, it didn't stop Tametomo from finally realizing the truth. Damage cut. The dragon's noble phantasm must reduce the physical damage he takes, no matter where his body is struck. It was as though his body was reconstructed with steel, or subjected to a curse. Regardless, Minamoto no Tametomo decided his next move was to find the dragon's weakness. But then, he noticed the beast flying toward him, at the speed of sound. Intercepting. How fast is the speed of sound? Because I do know it said earlier. It's in dry air. That's what I needed. Okay. Naturally, Tametomo shifted his focus to this new threat headed his way. He had expected something like this to happen. He was not so foolish as to think he could attack the enemy twice without any attempt at retribution. The demonic beast tearing across the sky charged straight at him with incredible speed. But its flight path was incredibly straightforward, sacrificing misdirection for maximum speed. This could only mean the enemy had something up their sleeve. In response, Tametomo fired an arrow at his new target. He certainly hoped to kill it, but did not expect to succeed. Go, Astolfo, go! Ooh, that was... I think that might be thumbnail material there. That one might be the thumbnail. Surely enough, the demonic beast made no effort to evade. Instead, the arrow seemed to pass right through its body. After seeing the target evade his arrow, Tametomo's analysis was complete. Calculations complete. Firing. Of course, not even he could tell how permeable this demonic beast was with only one shot, but he could tell the effect wasn't permanent. If it were, the beast would obviously remain in that state while making its way toward him. The fact that it wasn't meant it must have a limit. Perhaps it was distance, time, or both. Regardless, Tametomo's response would be the same. Not an issue. A volley this time. He's just draining the mana from this tower. Okay, that's a better one. Yeah, there we go. That's a better thumbnail. In a matter of seconds, he calculated the time and distance to his target and loosed a volley of arrows, firing as many as a small army of archers could manage at once. He knew there would be no way for his target to evade them all, even if he fled into another dimension. He was right. 3 of his arrows pierced Astolfo's body. Though they lacked the destructive force of Tametomo's noble phantasm, the arrows were still more than powerful enough to rip him apart. But that was okay. He'd known something like this would happen from the beginning. I'm not done yet. He kept flying across the red sky, cutting through it like a streak of light. Astolfo had no fear of death. Indeed, he'd been long absent of that particular impulse. Similarly, he had no fear of pain. The only fear he felt was the fear that he might not complete his mission. Come on, Astolfo, don't die yet. Keep fighting. If you die here, that's it for everyone. Astolfo continued to weave between dimensions until he finally closed in on Minamoto no Tametomo. Okay, Hippogriff. Last one. Tametomo's arrow struck deep into the Hippogriff's flesh. My true name is Astolfo. I'm one of the 12 paladins of Charlemagne. The Hippogriff crashed to the ground, but Astolfo had already leaped off. Without wings to carry him, the cavalier fell straight at the archer in what felt like a charge. Reloading. And even then, Tametomo reacted with almost chilling calm. He knocked another arrow and took aim for the rider's heart, his spirit origin. Meanwhile, here goes. Rather than the sword he carried at his hip, Astolfo held the lance form from his noble phantasm. This was no coincidence, and it certainly wasn't Astolfo's own idea. I suspect the archer who killed Constantinos is making use of that tower. Crush the bottle. As I recall, it was designed with a platform that could transform a servant to a fixed cannon, which means there must be a trade-off. In all likelihood, this archer is unable to move from their post and will die if they are rendered unable to receive natural energy supply through their legs. They simply could not pierce Constantinos' defenses without a severe trade-off. Magical energy through their legs, huh? Then maybe you could use that thing. What thing? You know, your noble phantasm, the lance one. Yeah, that's a ticket. Okay, that's settled. Siegfried, you'll defend against this mysterious archer's attacks. And Astolfo, you'll be the one to take him down. Oh, right, that one. That's right, your noble phantasm. You can manage to reach this archer's position. That's when you use your noble phantasm. I think he's going to use his noble phantasm. Are you the one who's going to kill the archer? Yippers! Don't know if I can pull it off, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I see. I know that archer was just doing their job. They probably didn't have anything against Constantinos. They were just summoned, ordered to fire their bow, and did what was demanded of them. Yeah. But even so... I'm still super pissed at them for killing the man I loved. So I'm counting on you to avenge him for me. Can I offer you any blessings? Hey, if you got blessings, I want blessings. Okay, here you go then. I beg you, stalwart knight, please avenge my beloved. Yeah, bet your bippy I'm doing it. It's revenge o'clock. What? Johanna's holy words are meant to do one thing. Create a miracle. Even with his heart pierced, Astolfo stood tall and defiant. Trap of next arrow. Argalia! Yeah, that's hot. Astolfo couldn't take another step. Even with the people's blessings, his spirit core could not recover from Thanatos' arrow. But her blessing did let him stave off its effects for a short while. Okay, so Trap of Argalia is the Lance of the Night. Argalia has a golden tip. Killing ability is low, although a wound inflicted to the leg of the spiritual a wound is inflicted to the leg of the spiritual body. To come back from falling, a luck check is necessary. If in case of a failure, the bad status falling continues to linger. However, because luck reestablishes itself upward, it's not hard to succeed. So it's a conceptual attack against, like, hey, Jigster, welcome to the stream. How be things? Pumping up the noblest of the fairy knights. All right. For a brief moment, Astolfo cheated death. That was all the miracle he needed to discharge his duty. With his lance, Astolfo swiftly severed the magical energy connection to Thanatos' legs. I'm doing well. I am doing pretty darn well, I'd say. Just, pushing through, trying to get as much of Traum done today as I can before I need to call the stream. I have no idea how much is left, and I don't want to be spoiled, but I feel like we've got to be getting close to the end. Now that you could no longer use the tower to consume massive amounts of magical energy directly from the ley line, Minamoto no Tametomo's death was a foregone conclusion. Calculations impossible. Power supply shutting down. He tried to stretch out his hand, hoping he may still be able to fight, and realized he had no objective of his own. If I lived as a weapon, perhaps it is only right that I die as one. Indeed, this is what was expected of him. Of course, a broken-down machine could not move. Miracles are the province of human hands alone. So this is a miracle. Nah, I'm gonna die pretty soon, too. I see. Still, you should be proud. You've defeated Shinzei Hachiro, Minamoto no Tametomo. Be proud. You have earned it. That's cool. I did kind of cheat this time, though. So next time, I'll beat you fair and square, and then I'll tell everyone I know. Ah, I see. Unfortunately for you, that will never happen. The next time we fight, I will be the victor. We'll just see about that. Even with the unsettling red sky looming overhead, the two warriors were still oddly happy. I am quite enjoying Traum. I hope it does have a good conclusion to go with how good the story has been. No, that was a good fight. Indeed. Despite having nothing in common, not their time, nor their age, nor their culture, nor their race, the two servants both disappeared satisfied, each thinking the same thing. Only got an epic thumbnail from that section, and we're at the base of the Revenge Realm, a no battle node for section 19. Let's roll. For the final arrow of section 19. The arrows, they've stopped. Alright, Astolfo did it. Grammar and spelling translation team? That is not the right thing to say. It'd be I'm, not I've. Gosh. I have given him a big reward when he gets back. Charlie, you are the father of Europe. You should be able to speak English goodly. Now keep moving. Don't waste a single second. "100 meters to go until we reach the Revenge Realm's main gate." Oh, that's close. Won't be much longer now. Our casters think the gate can stand up to at least 5 A-rank anti-army noble phantasms. And to make matters worse, it's embedded with a reflect spell that'll send any half-assed noble phantasms right back at their user. Which is apparently why they call it the Retribution Gate. So, yeah. This might be as far as I go, General. Got it. Master. Hey, Master. Roland's probably not going to make it past here. So make sure you've got some other servants ready to go. Sure. Looks like this is goodbye, Master. I knew backing proper human history was the right choice. You guys are awesome. Hey, give my regards to Don Quixote, too, okay? Oh, and also that really cute girl who sometimes... Roland? You best back off. Of course I can. This is Durandal, the sacred sword I inherited from Hector himself. The same incredible sword Mandricardo used to create a miracle. So now I'm going to show you all the kind of miracle its proper owner can pull off. Roland! Yeah? It might not have been long, but it was an honor to fight by your side. Even though, yeah, it really wasn't for very long. Thanks. Of course, we could have had more time together if you hadn't gone to fight for the enemy. Alright, it's miracle time. Sir, the Righteous Reinstatement Alliance army has stopped its march 30 meters from the gate. I believe they're having trouble getting it open. Good. Have the other casters lay it with more protective spells. I don't care where they're from. East, West, Middle East, South America, whatever. Just cast whatever you've got. Is that really necessary, sir? The gate can already shrug off multiple A-rank anti-army noble phantasms. It's even been reinforced with a multitude of conceptual spells which make it incredibly difficult for even us to open once it's been closed. That's exactly it. Sir. At the end of the day, the gates are made to be opened, not closed. If the enemy were to open it, with not force, but with a concept that overpowers ours, a concept that could render all the hard work we put into this meaningless, they might be able to open the Retribution Gate with surprising ease. Allow me to handle this one, Lord Siegfried. It's all yours. Durandal, remainder of the great saint, I implore you, grant a miracle unto mine army, once again. Roland's sword, the legendary Durandal. The sword was once wielded by Hector, the great hero of Troy. However, there was one aspect in which it differed from Hector's time. Having been possessed by a saint once before, it had gained an additional ability. Miracles. Roland raised the sword high above his head to open the Retribution Gate, a gate that would surely remain impervious even to Johanna's prayers. Retribution Gate. Open. Assassination? Oh, so that's Roland. He's supposed to be the strongest of the 12 paladins, but it seems he's not impervious to arrows. Odd, they never affected him before. Guess it just means luck's on our side today. Fire at will. The gate's not budged in, so I suppose I was worried over nothing. It won't be long now before we can send in a battalion to surround them. Then we'll just wipe them all out at once. Stay back. Siegfried might be able to help, though. He can't. This is as far as Roland goes. We can't try to help him. If we do, no miracle. Roland's always been blessed with an invincible body. A body so hard it may as well be diamond. It's how he made the name for himself among the 12 paladins. But invincibility alone won't be enough to open this gate. So, he's let go of it. No, it's more that he gave it up. All to make this miracle happen. But what if it's not enough? I guess then Siegfried and I'll have to use our noble phantasms. It's a big sacrifice. Is this really our only option? According to Charlemagne, Roland was giving up everything he had to open the gate. But he had actually only half right. The fact is, Roland was giving up more than that. Oh? Man, arrows really hurt, don't they? Roland smiled wryly as his words brought a froth of blood to his lips. He spat. But this'll get the gate open, I'm sure of it. But it remained steadfastly closed. The miracle, it seemed, would take more than has yet been given. No, damn it. Open, open, open up. Come on, miracle. I'm begging you. Please, please don't let me be late again. Please, please don't let this be another bloody battle of Rendezvous Pass. Forget me. I don't care if I survive. Just please save my friends. Take my life if that's what you need. And if I have anything left to give, I'll take that too. I'll give up everything. Everything. The sacred sword heard his wish. Take up everything. That is what it takes for a miracle. A sacred sword isn't enough. A relic alone won't do the job. Even throwing his life away wasn't quite enough. What is it? What more can I possibly give? There was one thing, just one more thing, left. A small, humble dream he had kept to himself. That's it. But is that really what you want? Right. In one sense, I value that even more than my life. Hear me, Gate. I offer you everything I am. All of my memories. Everything, you hear me? Everything. That includes all the memories of me. I don't care if nobody ever knows who died to open this gate. You can even take their joy of knowing who they fought beside. I don't care if I can never be proud of this accomplishment. I don't care if nobody ever knows what happened here. To this day, nobody remembers how or why the gate opened. They all forgot Roland had fought here, that he had ever even been here. Even Sherlock Holmes, who should have been able to piece the events together logically, was none the wiser. Nor, of course, was Roland himself. That is the cost of a miracle. Come on, miracle. Come on. At this point, there wasn't even anything human. There was nothing more than a vague concept. But at last, the gate had begun to open. Alright, it's opening. It's really opening. No idea why it's opening, but it is. Come on, now's our chance. Why did it open all of a sudden? Oh. So Roland erased his presence in this singularity entirely. He essentially did a Romani. Why did it open all of a sudden? I don't know, and we don't have time to worry about it. Come on, let's hurry. Charge. It's kind of sad. Poor Roland. Who opened the gate? I don't know, sir. It just started to open on its own all of a sudden. Damn it, is there a traitor among us? Close it now! Hurry! Hurry up! Damn it! Fall back! Fall back to the castle! No one could stop the gate from opening. To do so would require stopping someone who had become the very phenomenon of opening it. And until the gate was fully open and closed again, that phenomenon would continue to produce a miracle. And so once the gate had seen the last of the Alliance Army survivors made it inside, it finally closed itself again. There appeared to be nothing there. No sign of who had opened the gate, or how it had been done. No one had any recollection, either friend nor foe, not the master who should have remembered, or the observers from Chaldea. As far as they knew, the gate had opened and closed, all on its own. Well, that's okay, thought, as he smiled, and forgot, slowly disappearing into the ether, leaving behind nothing and no one. That's sacrifice play, Roland. Well played. Well played, Roland. Wow. That was section 19. We got quartz, 5 ashes, 5 prisms, and 5 hellfires. Section 20 is a long one, but that's going to be it for today's video. For those of you watching this in YouTube, that was section 19. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like to show your support if you did, and subscribe so you can see when the next video comes out, which will be section 20. Hint though, it's probably going to be tomorrow. But I will sign off here for the YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.